And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining my session. My session is all about how you can build the right compute foundation for your AI infrastructure. Before we actually get into the content, let me quickly introduce myself. So my name is Gijsbert Janssen van Doorn. I'm the Director of Technical Product Marketing at Run AI. I've been in IT infrastructure for a little over 20 years now. Recently made the switch to AI infrastructure, and it's been very, very interesting. I've learned so much, and hopefully I can share some insights with you over the next 10 minutes. Now, the first thing I want to say is building AI infrastructure is not easy. It's very, very complex. We actually conducted a survey in 2021 called the State of AI Infrastructure. And as a result, we got a lot of feedback and insights into what are the challenges when actually building AI infrastructure. Now, funnily enough, number one is data. It's not funny enough. It's actually very, very obvious because data is the most important thing when building AI-powered applications. But the number two challenge was very much related to infrastructure and compute. We conducted the same survey now in 2022. We're still building the report, but hey, I already have the numbers. And actually, infrastructure and compute-related challenges took the first place now, which is very, very surprising to me because we all know that data is a very challenging thing within AI. But actually, compute and infrastructure challenges took over. Luckily, there's many organizations out there that help you simplify it. AI Infrastructure Alliance being one, building their blueprints, the report, the state of AI infrastructure ecosystem, if I'm not mistaken, really helping you with giving you the right building blocks and showing you how to implement it and what is responsible for what or what can help you with your specific challenges. But still, the complexity remains. And the way I'd like to visualize that is by using what I'd like to call my my iceberg analogy. This shows some components, some tool sets, some software solutions, some things you need to take care of when you're building your AI infrastructure. AI infrastructure is complex, right? We've seen that. Many organizations are challenged with it, but there's a reason why. One, there's new people, new users, data scientists, researchers, ML engineers, and new practices like MLOps and everything related to tracking experiments, deploying models. They all have new challenges. The other challenge is infrastructure. When AI, when talking about AI, when developing your AI initiatives, and when planning for it and building infrastructure for it, it has different needs. Especially with deep learning, there's a new form of compute in your data center, which is called GPUs. GPUs really help you accelerate the development time, really help you speed up data processing. It's just faster. It's really built for those AI use cases. But whenever we think about AI and whenever we think about practices like MLOps, we think about experiment tracking. We think about data processing, data validation, ingestion, feature engineering, actually deploying the models itself, the code actually making up the AI model, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because that's the focus of AI, is getting those models developed, trained, and into production. But what's actually under the surface is the infrastructure. Yes, we all need it, and we understand that. So many organizations actually budget and buy a lot of infrastructure to support those AI initiatives. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that that infrastructure, those resources, are being put to their best use and the most efficient way, making sure that whenever I train a model, I get the right amount of compute. Whenever I deploy a model into production, when I start running inference, I am able to scale it and make sure that I hit those SLAs and my latency requirements are met. So we need something additional. We need resource management. That's very much hidden from the AI infrastructure and from MLOps systems. But that's what I'm going to focus on here today, because I want to make sure that whenever you build your AI infrastructure, that you consider resource management, that you don't, then it's no longer an afterthought. So let's focus a little bit on that, and let's focus on how we can help you there. So how do I build the right AI stack? Now, we know there are many tools out there. There's platforms out there that support data engineering, data science, MLOps. Some platforms claim end-to-end. Some solutions are really focused on a specific use case within AI and ML, whether it's experiment tracking or data validation or visualization. There's many tools out there. And one thing we know is that organizations will probably pick multiple tools, not one, but multiple. And we talked about the infrastructure. Everybody knows you need infrastructure. Everybody knows you need the right amount of compute. You need the storage. You need the networking to tie it all together. You need those GPUs to make sure that your models are performing, to make sure that you can really process everything really fast, get those models trained quickly. So what we actually need is a layer in the middle. We need something that orchestrates and aligns the tools and the different workloads executed by those tools to the resources. So you need something that helps you, let's say, schedule those workloads on the right amount of resources, but also to do it completely automatic. And that's exactly where we play a big part. We developed a platform, which we call Run AI Atlas, that helps you align the resources to your needs, to the specific workloads needs, and allows for integration with the, should I say, smorgasbords of tools that are out there to help you develop those AI applications. So let's dig a little deeper into what Run AI Atlas does. So Run AI Atlas, our MLOps infrastructure platform, allows you to pull all the different resources that you have spread across different locations. We support cloud, we support on-premises, we support hybrid deployments, and we allow you to pull all of those resources into one resource pool. Now, on top of that resource pool, we offer what we sometimes refer to as our operating system, and it's completely based on Kubernetes, or wrapped around Kubernetes. That means that we support any flavor of Kubernetes. We support the managed Kubernetes flavors, Amazon EKS, Azure AKS, Google Kubernetes Engine. They all have a different three-letter acronym. And we add additional technology on top of that. So what we do is we created our own smart AI workload scheduler that automates resource management, that makes sure that the right amount of resources go to the right workloads. It's very workload aware, so it understands what a training workload needs. It understands what an inference workload needs, like a deployment. It understands that researchers sometimes need Jupyter notebooks. But what it also adds is what we call a GPU virtualization layer. And this really allows you to get the most out of your GPU resources. This allows you to use a fraction of a GPU. This allows you to spread across multiple GPUs, do distributed training. So really allows you to get the most out of your platform. It basically eliminates any idle GPUs. And an idle GPU is the most expensive GPU in the world because it's not being used, but you paid for it. We offer centralized control and visibility. Get insights into how your resources are being used, where they're running, how they're running, and what the performance is doing. And we allow you to integrate with any MLOps tool with ease, whether it's MLflow, Kubeflow, weights and biases, ClearML. We have integrations with all of those. And the reason is most of those support Kubernetes, and we just simply allow you to say to Kubernetes, now use the Run AI scheduler, and you benefit from all of the things we have built into our platform. Of course, we have our own workflows built in. We have self-service access for researchers to start Jupyter notebooks. We allow them to do training anywhere from light training to multi-GPU training to distributed training. But we also have a deploy engine that allows you to deploy AI models, auto scaling, scale to zero, some of the features that we have in that engine as well. Now, within this limited amount of time, this is all I was able to tell you about the Run AI Atlas platform. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. I'd love to talk more about this, but I thank you very much for your attention and have a great summit. Thank you.